Hello everyone, thank you for stopping on my channel. So we are continuing exploring and improving this Laravel inventory management system that we are contributing to. So is an open source project. So here in the previous video we added the user IDs and made this multi-user from the backend, and now on we need to make sure that like I should only see my products and my orders, my purchases, my quotations, and everything should belongs to me, not someone else. And I should not be able to view someone else or another user projects, orders, or something like that. So let's get into it. If we look at the web.php, we are going to start from the index page. I'm going to log out from this account and we are going to start from the registration, and we will review the code and see how each of that task has been performed. So here we have the auth.php file, and once I am logged out, we will check that, and here you can see we have the get request to the register user controller, and let's go there. Then we have the create method. Auth.register is the view that is rendered in there. So let's click on register, and as we have seen in the beginning of the series that there is a username and which is not mentioned here. So if I go to create users table, here you can see we have a username, and also since we just migrate fresh the everything, so we can remove this migration as well. So let's just cut everything from here, delete this migration, and go to the user and add those things right here like this. um, so now once user like migrates and fresh the migrations, then everything is going to be created. And also when creating a user, there should be a UUID for that. So we are going to handle that, but first I think I should add the username into the registration form. So you can see we have name, email, and password. So I'm going to add this username into the register page. So let's just duplicate this user name, and I will call this a full name, or just name for these things is fine like this. And this one will be called username. I'm gonna select this like this, and um, change this to username, enter username like this. And now we are going to handle this from the controller as well. Okay, um, like this. Now we are going to go to the store method, and here we are going to get the username should be unique in the users table. Username field should be unique like that. And here we are going to pass that like this. And let's see what's inside this event. So register, let's go inside. We don't have anything, so that is fine. Here, okay, service provider, redirecting to dashboard, this is also fine. So now it should allow us to fill the full name as well as username and create the user. And also we can work on this page. If we look at the register, I am thinking about like making this like complete web application. Maybe we can consider this like a source product as well. Like here you can see the terms and condition points to that terms in the bottom right. You can see service terms of service.html. So we can like make a page where we will show these our terms and condition, and user can agree upon them. But for now, since we are just working on the user side, we are not in the admin construction phase. So we are gonna just focus on these. I'm gonna use fact filler to create the full name, password. Let's consider the email and password, or let's create a like account with my name, Zaman at gmail.com. Password is password. Create account. Okay, the username field is required. We have provided the username. Okay, the name should be username. My bad. Let me fill the form again. Okay, the UUID should have a value. So let's go to register user controller and provide a value for the UUID, like str UUID, and make sure the str is imported. Let's resubmit the form. Also, we have to make the UUID fillable. Okay, so we are redirected to the verify email page, And if I go to laravel.log, we should have the email received, and here is it. I'm gonna click on it. It will open that up in the browser. Okay, let's resend. Let's clear the log file and resend the verification email. Okay, so there is our email. I'm going to click on it, and now you can see we are redirected to the dashboard, and from now on we can work on this. So let's go back to the web.php and check out the dashboard. Okay, dashboard controller, index method, and you can see it's just counting all of them without making any condition. So we are going to add condition to this by using where and making sure that the user ID belongs to auth ID. And now if I refresh, some of them you can see looks empty, but 21 today and 32 shipped, we have to look at that. Okay, so they have made this static. So what we are going to do is make this like comment them for now, so that we don't have empty values. The quotation is also empty, so I'm gonna go ahead and comment that out. The quotations are right here, so I'm going to comment that one as well. And now if I refresh it, everything should be 0. Also we can make that dynamic as well, right? If I look at the dashboard controller, you can see for the today purchases, it's checking the date should be this date, which is today. Also purchase status is equal to 1, but they have commented it out. We will research on that as well later on, but for now let's make everything dynamic. Like I removed this, but it's not looking all right. So for the categories, is there a today's category? We have categories, okay, which is this one. We can make category based on the above condition as well, like today's category. So I am going to, I think there is no need for this query as well, like we can directly use the where class, and also you can see get and then count. So why not directly call the get method like this? So let's give it a try and see if it's working as expected. This is for the today purchases. So you can see today purchases is 0. I'm going to do the same thing for the categories, and let's call it today categories. And the we are going to add a variable for that like this, and then the same for the quotations, and then orders and quotation. But interestingly, 0 products and categories, I think this should be product, right? So it should be product, not category. And today products, we can say replace it here as well as here. And after that we have today purchases already there. Then today quotation, change this variable, and today quotation, and checking the today's date. Another thing is that we do not have the date, so we can use created it here as well as here. I don't know how they use this in the purchase. Let's see if we have this. So you can see they do have the date, but for the others I think we can use the created it. And we tried that for the quotation. Purchases, do we have that for the purchases? Yeah, it's already there. Then orders, let's create one for the orders, today orders, and this is going to be using the order model. Let's duplicate the variables and assign those values, and this should be orders. And we can use these variable here in the controller. So today's what is it called, today quotation. So here the variable that we created, which is today's quotations, and the same for these. Okay, so now all these are dynamic, and now we can get started on adding customers and adding whatever we want. So let's just first of all add our store details to our profile. Also we can like create some instructions for the users, like maybe we can directly redirect user to the store setting page, so that whenever they like register an account, they should fill the details directly. That might like improve the user experience. Okay, so our store informations are here, and now we can go to users. Users are our customers, right? um, now you can see there is an admin, um, where okay. So I think we have to remove this users, because why should I see like as a user, why should I see other users details, right? So, and also we will like make this available for the admin only. And categories, yeah, they should have category each user. So I'm gonna go do web.php, and this is the users page. Let's go to dashboard. There should be a link to that from here as well, right? I'm gonna go to the top and layouts table. Then here, where is the menu? So this is the drop down. Let's search for users. Um, this seems to be the users. What is it called? User menu item. I'm gonna remove this one, and also I'm gonna restrict the this route as well, or let's completely hide it for now. Now I'm going to refresh the page. It should show like 404 page. You can see. Let's go back to the home, and this is the home page. So we can upgrade this as well and make like a nice looking UI for the application, or we can like redirect users direct automatically from the home page to the dashboard when they are logged in. Okay, so let's go to categories and add some categories. Okay, so here you can see on slash categories, it's loading all of them. We should have some sort of restriction on this. So let's go to the category controller, and on index we should have um, condition and all those categories. So let's just select all of them, and then um, let's use where user ID is auth ID, and now it should only list my, and then let's go to this category table livewire component. Let's go to its class. We will have a query over there as well. It's a category table, and here instead of querying all of them, I it's using query all in all the places. While I think we don't need that. We can like directly make the query that we want, instead of like passing query and then passing the parameters and condition statements to it. So the first condition we should have is user ID, like this, like I should only get my categories. And now if I refresh, we should have 0 categories. Okay, so there we go. Let's create our first category. And when creating a category, we should have like we should handle the creation only for the authentic user. So category where user ID create, you can see I think it's gonna automatically create this for our user, but I think we have added the UUID, you can see. So we're gonna populate the UUID as well. I added the UUIDs for the thing where like it's showing the, it's passing the user ID in all the places, which is not good at all. So that's why we added the UUID thing, and this thing is fine. Now let's give it a try. And here instead of category details, it should say like category create, right? Let's create a category slash, or let's say create category. How about that? It's just a label, nothing more important. I'm going to use pack filler to create a category name. Emily Missy Guan. Okay, so there is an error in the UUID saying that column not found, UUID in the field list. So haven't we added this thing? Let's do one thing. Let's check whether do we have the um, it's on categories, not on create, right? So seems like it's created, but somewhere there is a problem in here. I think we should have a look at that one. But here, let's see if we have the UUID. Okay, so we don't have the UUID. I think we don't need the UUID as well, because we can use this, the slug, right? And that's why I think I haven't added it to the category migration. And here it's in the model, so I'm gonna remove it. So let's create a fake filler created category. And again, there is error. User ID does not have a default value, but we have fast, right? No, we haven't fasted. So let's pass user underscore ID is auth ID. Resubmit the form, and there we go. We got our first category. This is the slug, and that is the name. Let's add 2 more. Okay, so now we added 2 more, and you can see I don't like this listing with like showing the actual ID. We can use like the loop iteration. Where is that used? And let's fix that one. category table. I think it's right here. So here we have, when you are in for else or for each loop, you have access to the index, loop of index. I think it's like this. Let's give it a try. You can see we have access to the index, the loop index. Loop has, I think, a lot of methods, but methods and properties, but index is one of them. So, and also we can diagram this and view all of them. Okay, so that is the listing and creating. Let's see these things. Can I edit this one? And yeah, it's passing the what is it called, the slug above, which is very good. And I can also, its category details, I'm gonna change that, and it's gonna update that category, edit, and just replace that one. And the category has been updated, you can see. And let's see what we have in the view. Okay, so it's listing the products here, but we don't have any. Okay, so I think that is all about the categories. Let's go to units and add some, let's fix them and do some operations in it. Again, it's like weaving all of them. So we are gonna go to unit controller and get the unique. Again, using the query, I don't like it. I don't like using the query. You can directly select like that. I'm gonna select all of them and call the add the where condition, where user ID is the auth user ID, and now it's gonna load my units. Okay, so we don't have any unit. Let's create one. Okay, so for the unit, it's asking for the name, slug, and shortcode. I'm going to remove the slug from it because we don't need. And also, instead of units detail, we should have something like create unit, and on the edit one we should have like edit unit. I think also I made a mistake here in the categories. Let's just fix that one as well. On the edit, it should not create like say create category, it should say like edit category, right? And edit unit, I'm gonna remove the slug, and then let's go to the unit controller. And when creating a unit, let's see the request. I'm gonna remove the slug from validation. Shortcode user ID. Oh, this is not this is a model. So this is the store method, not a create method. Okay, store method right here, not sorry. I'm gonna remove the slug from validation, and then here when creating a unit, we should explicitly pass all the fields. So I'm gonna say like unit create, and here we have user ID, we have slug, we have name, slug, and all those things. So let's just copy and paste them right here, and let me put the values for them. Okay, so this should create a slug for us, a unit for us, and then it's gonna redirect to the index space with the status. Okay, so let's give it a try. Refresh the page. It's still saying a slug. Let's go to create unit again, and okay, I have not saved it. Okay, so the slug is still there. I'm gonna remove this live wire component they have called. Let's give it a try now. Okay, so now we have name and shortcode. Let's create manually one, say meter, and m is the shortcode of that. And now another thing I think we should keep in mind is, okay, we have an error. Another thing should be like we should remove the unique if there is any on the migration. Let's see. You can see the slug and name should be unique. In the validation, what it should not be the case because it belongs to user, and user, like multiple user can have like the same slug and name. It should not be like unique because now it's not just for one user, right? It's for multiple user. And also we don't have the UUID here in the migration, so we don't need here, and we don't need it right here as well. You can see, and that is the error it's throwing. So I'm gonna submit the form. Seems like it went through successfully, but why is it showing a lot of them? Let's go to index, and again we have to go to unit table. Let's go to the class, and we have to add condition here using where user ID matches the current authentic user ID. And now if I refresh, we should have only my units. And also the same thing goes here. We can use the loop index instead of using the actual ID like this. Okay, you can see it's 0. So let's add two more. We will use pack filler for this. And now you can see we created two more using pack filler. The names doesn't make any sense, but still it's fine. Let's give it a try to the edit page. Okay, so on edit, we can edit the name. Let's say Luri Bunker, or let's use factor CR. Okay, seems like there is something wrong with this page, so I think we have to check the what is it called? We have to check. Okay, create. We have to check the what is it called? The request method, which is right here. Um, and you can see it has a slug, which is why it's um, showing an error, but we don't have that error displayed over there. Units where this, so you can see it's like getting the unique, um, but it should only be unique for this user, right? So I'm gonna remove this unique validation from this, because let's remove this. Now it's as mentioned earlier, it's multi-user, so multiple user can have the same unit. Now let's give it a try. Also here in the update method, if we look at this request again, we should work on this update unit. It's passing an ID slug, not an ID, and based on that ID we can find that unit. So the it's gonna like update that oh sorry, so here we are going to update that unit that belongs to this authentic user, and the slug matches that slug. And also we can use first or fail, so if you pass wrong then you're gonna get the error. And the show method load missing products. Okay, not nothing to mention there. Let's refresh the page and resubmit the edit form, and you can see the form has been successfully submitted, and we got the VF unit right here. So that is why, and that is how we are going to move on with this application and update each and everything that can be separated and make can be made multi-user. And that's our goal for the next uh, stages. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.